Right friends, welcome back to fourth module of this true false in banking awareness. I hope you are enjoying the lectures in this format, that is true false. Let us look at the first sentence of this fourth module. The legal right of the creditor over the collateral property in case the debtor failed to pay back is known as lien, right? L-I-E-N, that is lien. What is meant by lien? Look into this sentence. The legal right of the creditor. Let us look at one example. There is customer X and State Bank of India. Customer X has taken loan from State Bank of India with his house as collateral property against the mortgage of his house, or otherwise by mortgaging his house he got loan from State Bank of India. In this case, bank is creditor, customer X is debtor. Bank is creditor, customer X is debtor who took loan from State Bank of India. Here the collateral property is the house of X, but X failed to repay, X failed to service the loan. Then what the State Bank of India will do? State Bank of India has got right to sell that house. State Bank of India has got a right to sell that house. That right of State Bank of India to sell the house of X, if X failed to pay back, is known as lien, right? So in this sentence, it is the right sentence. The legal right of the creditor over the collateral property, the legal right of the creditor over the collateral property in case the debtor failed to pay back is known as lien, right? Look into the next sentence. The maximum tenure under which banks can avail loans under marginal standing facility is 1 day except on Fridays. I would like to explain a bit. Banks for day-to-day liquidity facility, because banks cannot anticipate how much money they require today and how many people will draw today and how many people will deposit today and tomorrow how many people will deposit and how many people will withdraw. Bank cannot say at this juncture. So day-to-day liquidity problems will be there. To overcome those problems, RBI gave the facility of liquidity adjustment facility. At the repo rate, they can borrow from RBI at certain interest, that is repo rate. And if that money is exhausted, they can still borrow at the rate of marginal standing facility. That rate is slightly higher than repo rate. At repo rate, banks can borrow certain money for day-to-day liquidity. If that is exhausted, they can borrow further money under marginal standing facility. If that also exhausts, they can borrow money from the market. They can borrow money from adjacent bank, they can borrow money from some financial institution, right? So, under the marginal standing facility, that means first one is liquidity adjustment facility, second one is marginal standing facility. This loan is extended by Reserve Bank of India. Under marginal standing facility for day-to-day liquidity, maximum tenure of loan given is just 1 day, and in case of Fridays, it will be more because Saturdays, Sundays are presumed to be holidays, right friends? So the given sentence here is correct. Look into the next one. If the transactions pertaining to credit cards are overdue for a period of more than 90 days, it is treated as NPA as per the RBI's instructions. You have purchased something by using your credit card. By using your credit card, you purchased something. You have to pay back to the bank within the specified period. You have to pay to the bank within specified period. If you are not paying and it is overdue for more than 90 days, it becomes non-performing asset. NPA, if you are not paying and if it is overdue for a period of more than 90 days, it becomes NPA, right? So the given sentence here is correct. Look into the next sentence. CRR, cash reserve ratio, is required as per, the given sentence is absolutely wrong. Cash reserve ratio is necessitated as per Reserve Bank of India Act. Please don't forget, cash reserve ratio is required. That means the money which the banks are to keep aside in cash form is required as per Reserve Bank of India Act, and if you want specifically, that is section 42(1) of Reserve Bank of India Act, right. Look into the next sentence. Statutory liquidity ratio, SLR. SLR is mandatory as per Banking Regulation Act, right. As per the Banking Regulation Act 1949, this SLR is mandatory. When people talk about cash reserve ratio, please don't forget Reserve Bank of India Act. And if people talk about SLR, please don't forget it is as per Banking Regulation Act 1949. SLR, Banking Regulation Act, CRR, this is under Reserve Bank of India Act. Please don't forget, these reserves are to ensure liquidity and solvency of banks. These measures of CRR and SLR are for the purpose of ensuring liquidity as well as solvency of the banks. Please don't forget. Look into the next sentence. Middle 3 digits of MICR. What is MICR? Magnetic ink character recognition. Magnetic ink character recognition. If you look at any check, below the check, you will have 9 numbers. You will have check number as well as MICR code. MICR code is the 9-digit code. MICR code is 9-digit code, and by looking at MICR code, you can identify the bank branch. Out of the 9 digits, first 3 digits indicate the city or the region. The first 3 digits normally indicate city. The next 3 digits indicate the bank. Last 3 digits indicate code number given to the branch. In MICR code, it is 9-digit code. Out of 9 digits, first 3 digits indicate city, next 3 digits indicate the bank, last 3 digits indicate the branch. So, the given sentence here is absolutely wrong. Please correct it. Middle 3 digits of MICR represents name of the bank. Look at the next sentence. Banknote press at Devas is the oldest printing press for banknotes in India. It is absolutely wrong. Currency note press in Nashik. Currency note press in Nashik, established in the year 1928, is the oldest currency note printing press in the country, and this Devas press, or you can say banknote press at Devas, established in the year 1974, and it is near Indore in Madhya Pradesh. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. 0 is the 5th digit of IFSC code. What is IFSC? Indian Financial System Code. IFSC is Indian Financial System Code. For money transfers through NEFT or RTGS, it requires IFSC code. IFSC code is have total 11. Out of 11, first 4 are alpha characters. First 4 are alpha characters. If it is ICICI Bank, ICIC. If it is Andhra Bank, ANDB. If it is the State Bank of India, SBIN, like that. 5th digit will be 0, which is kept reserved for future use. First 4 are alpha characters, 5th will be 0, which is kept for future use, and the last 6 digits indicate branch. Last 6 digits indicate branch, they are digits. So, total IFSC code consists of 4 alpha characters followed by 0, followed by 6 digits, and the last 6 digits indicate the branch code number. Right, friends? So, here the given sentence 0 is the 5th digit of IFSC code is absolutely the right sentence. Look at the next sentence. Drawer and payee are the same for self checks. I am the drawer, I have bank account, I have checkbook, I am writing the check. I am the drawer or maker of the check. My bank is drawee bank. And if I am getting money through check, I am the payee. If my friend X is getting money, he will be the payee. If I am getting money through my check, I am the payee. If my friend is getting, he will be the payee. Self-check means you are writing the check and you are getting money. So, for self-checks, drawer and payee is the same person. Please don't forget, drawer is the bank of the drawer, right? Look into the next sentence. The check which is more than 6 months old is stale check. Absolutely wrong. The validity of the check now is 3 months. The validity of check or demand draft is 3 months. So, once 3 months passes, that check will not be useful. So, that becomes a stale check. Please correct it. When the check is more than 3 months old, it is classified as stale check, which will not be useful for any purpose. Look into the next sentence. Imperial Bank of India was the central bank of India from 1921 to 1935. Imperial Bank of India. Imperial Bank of India was formed with merger of 3 banks in 3 presidency states. Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay, Bank of Madras. These 3 were merged in the year 1921 on January 27 to become Imperial Bank of India. Subsequently, it became State Bank of India. That is different story. But before the establishment of Reserve Bank of India in the year 1935, that means between 1921 and 1935, Imperial Bank of India looked after the functions of central bank in addition to its commercial banking activities. In addition to its commercial banking activities, Imperial Bank of India looked after the central bank functions between 1921 to 1935. So, the given sentence is the right sentence. Sensex, Bombay Stock Exchange, you are all aware about it. Sensex is a sensitive index. Please don't forget, Sensex is sensitive index. Daily you will get the index. It is increased by 240. It is decreased by 430. What does it exactly mean? Sensex is a sensitive index of Bombay Stock Exchange, and it is the measure of top 30 companies by market capitalization. Top 30 companies by market capitalization. Market capitalization, you can say the highest value in the market in total terms. That means the value of share multiplied by number of shares. Value of each share multiplied by number of shares is market capitalization. By market capitalization, if you look at the top 30 companies, by market capitalization, if you look at the top 30 companies, you can get the Sensex or sensitive index, right. So, sensitive index or Sensex is the measure of top 30 companies. Please correct it, right friends. Look at the next one. Exim Bank. What is the purpose of Exim Bank? Exim Bank basically to look at exports, to increase exports, to provide export finance, and to amalgamate exports as well as investments into the main economic activity of the country. The main purpose of Exim Bank is it, and Exim Bank was established on 1st January 1982 is the right sentence, right. Look into the next one. Headquarters of International Monetary Fund is in Washington DC. When you talk about World Bank as well as IMF, these two are Bretton Woods institutions. These institutions were established subsequent to Second World War. In Second World War, several countries were battered badly, and for reconstruction of these countries, 2 institutions were felt necessary for reconstruction as well as to eliminate poverty. 2 institutions were felt necessary. One such institution is World Bank. The second institution is the International Monetary Fund. That means to look into the exchange related problems. International Monetary Fund was established. The headquarters of these two institutions is Washington DC. They were established subsequent to Second World War. Please don't forget. So, here the right sentence will be headquarters of International Monetary Fund is Washington DC. Please correct it. Look at the next sentence. Most of the commercial banks are members of BIS. What is BIS? A Bank for International Settlements. Bank for International Settlements was established in the year 1930 at Basel in Switzerland. There various central banks are members of BIS. BIS basically looks at, Banks for International Settlements basically looks at risk-free banking across the world. Banking transactions across the world should have minimum risk. There are several risks. Banking operations should be free from all those risks. Market risk, liquidity risk, credit risk, there are several types of risks, and banking operations should be free from those risks. And to devise various methods for risk-free banking operations, Bank for International Settlements was established with headquarters at Basel in Switzerland, and central banks like Reserve Bank of India are the members of BIS. Please correct it. Central banks are members of BIS. Look into the next one. SIPs relate to insurance companies. It's absolutely wrong. SIPs, systematic investment plans, relate to mutual funds. Normal investors, ordinary investors, they invest every month some amount. Then mutual funds or asset management companies will pool up this money and invest in various stocks or shares. So, please correct it. SIPs relate to mutual funds. Look into the next sentence. FDI allowed in tourism sector is 100%. Absolutely correct. You should not forget the FDI limits. FDI in tourism 100%. FDI in banking sector 74%. FDI in telecom sector 100%. FDI in railways except operations and safety is 100%, FDI in insurance 49%, like that. Please don't forget. Look into the next sentence. The government gets a maximum tax revenue from corporation tax. The tax paid by various companies, that is corporation tax. Government gets maximum revenue from corporation tax. Please don't forget, corporation tax and personal income tax, these are classified as direct taxes. Corporation tax, personal income tax, these are direct taxes because they are directly paid by the persons or companies. And customs duty, excise duty, service tax, these are indirect taxes. The tax is to be borne by all uniformly. That is the mechanism of indirect taxes. Service tax, customs duties, as well as excise duty, these are indirect taxes. Please don't forget. So, the given sentence here is absolutely correct. Government gets maximum revenue from corporation tax. Look into the next one. Tax on gifts is not applicable when gifts are taken from relatives or in marriage or under a will or by way of inheritance. If you are getting gift in marriage, it is not taxable. If you are getting gifts from relatives, they are not taxable. If you are getting gifts by way of inheritance, not taxable. Like that, there are several liberalized rules for taxing gifts. Right. Look into the next sentence. DDT is levied on companies. DDT is dividend distribution tax. Dividend distribution tax is imposed on the dividends paid by the companies. Dividends paid by the companies. You have invested in shares of a company. You have invested in the shares of a company. Company will announce dividends. If it is into profits, it will pay dividend every year to the customers or to the shareholders. That is, the tax imposed on such dividends is the dividend distribution tax. The given sentence here is wrong, and look at the sentence. On the companies which normally do not come into the tax bracket, but they are earning profit, but government has given lot of subsidies, government has given lot of concessions, because of all those concessions or subsidies, they are not into the tax bracket. On such companies, the tax levied is minimum alternate tax. Actually, companies are earning profits, but they are not coming into the tax purview because several benefits, concessions, subsidies are given by government. If the tax is imposed on such companies, that is called a minimum alternate tax. Right friends, DDT is levied on the dividends, minimum alternate tax is levied on the companies who are earning profits but not paying taxes because of several concessions or subsidies granted by the government. Please don't forget. Please correct this sentence. Look into the next one. Banks should not seek fresh documents if a KYC compliant customer desires to open another account in the same bank. If you want to open another account in the same bank, already KYC documents are sufficient. You have already issued KYC documents. No fresh documents are required. Once a KYC compliant customer wants to open another account in the same bank, you need not produce KYC documents afresh. So the given sentence is absolutely right. MS Sahu panel report pertains to GDRs and ADRs. Some ex is staying in America. He wants to invest in Infosys shares in India. Some ex is staying in America. He wants to invest in Reliance shares in India. He cannot directly invest here, and he can invest in American depository receipts. American depository receipts or ADRs are issued in America against the underlying shares in India. Against the underlying shares in India, they are giving American depository receipts there. If the share increases, that will also increase. That means to liberalize the investment by the investors, these GDRs or ADRs are in existence. GDRs means global depository receipts. ADRs means American depository receipts. Some underlying share will be there, and if this share increases, that ADR will increase. So as to facilitate for easy investment by the depositors, this system of ADRs and GDRs came into existence. MS Sahu panel gave some recommendations with regard to ADRs and GDRs. Please don't forget, this is the right sentence. All the non-government organizations should make payments exceeding rupees 20,000 through account payee checks or drafts only. As per the instructions, all the non-governmental organizations should make payments. If the amount exceeds rupees 20,000, they should make payment either through check or through demand draft only. That is to ensure transparency in the working of non-governmental organizations. Right? This is the right sentence. IMT is the instant money transfer which allows the recipients to withdraw money without having bank account. Let us presume a situation. You want to transfer to your friend X. Your friend does not have bank account. He has only mobile number. That is enough. He doesn't have bank account. He has only mobile number. Then you can transfer money to your friend. And the information or the PIN number will be sent to his mobile by the bank, and he can go to ATM and withdraw the money. He does not have bank account. He does not have debit card. Even then, money can be transferred by you to your friend, and your friend can withdraw money by going to ATM. This facility is instant money transfer. So please remember, instant money transfer facilitates or allows the recipient to withdraw money even without having bank account. Right? With this, let us conclude the fourth module. Please do join for fifth module. Have a nice day. Thank you.